Well, Mike, I hate to tell you this. I did not see the movie.
You lied to me?
I lied to you.
Wait, what?
I lied to you. Because you're the one always trolling, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna troll Mike this week. And
So, are you going to review something else, or what are we going to do?
no, I want to hear your thought.
They showed a trailer for a Benjamin Franklin biopic. I don't actually even recall what the trailer was. I just noted it, and it just stood out to me. Oh, this is where a Melania documentary. And we've talked about in the past how they show trailers. They cater the trailers to the audience.
Correct.
So it's like this time they're thinking, oh, Republicans, they want to see American historical biopics, I guess. Welcome to Hate to See It with Mike and Sid, the talk show where we review a movie each week. I'm Mike, here with my co-host Sid. How's it going, Sid?
I think we're both tired. I just got home from work. You're under the weather. We're trying to power through this. I quickly set up. I didn't even change out of my clothes, but I'm doing well. Yesterday was the Super Bowl. So let me just go on a little quick rant, if you don't mind. I know we're trying to make this a quick episode.
Go ahead.
But people are always surprised I don't watch the Super Bowl.
Unless the Steelers are in it.
Yeah, and I think it's 2011 or 12, I forget, or 10 that they were last in it. It's like, why do you really care? Aaron Rodgers, yes. Like, why do people care if their teams are not in it? Like, I don't know. And it's becomes, go ahead.
I've never gotten to experience my team in a Super Bowl, and I watch every year.
Yeah, I guess that sucks for you.
Yes.
But I've been lucky to see my team in Super Bowl a couple times. But it's like, at the end of the day, when the Steelers lose and the season's over, it's done. The chapter is in the books. I'm thinking about next year. I don't want to see other people excited or celebrating, even though you and I have a lot of friends that are Patriot fans because we went to school in Fairfield.
Yes.
My good pal Evan, I was thinking about him. Our pal Joe Blunden, he's a big Patriots homer. So obviously you like to see them happy, or maybe not. And then also I got a lot of coworkers and friends that work in Seattle area because that's one of the offices I manage. So obviously they're pumped. So it's kind of torn.
Yeah. I mean, the Super Bowl, it's a pop culture event. It's more than just a football game, right? So, yeah, I mean, people have parties centered around it. I was at a party. There's the commercials and, there's the halftime show. There's everything, right?
But it seems like it's getting just like wrestling, like WWE. The NFL just really cares about how much money they make. I think it's become more of a show than the actual football that's being played, in my opinion. Like casual fans can't attend these events. Tickets are going up. Like even look at WrestleMania. Like a casual fan,
it's $3,000 for nosebleed seats.
Maybe even more, honestly.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's crazy. I think that they should go back to it should be in a home. A team should have home field advantage in their stadium at the Super Bowl. And who cares about the weather? Just make do, right? I want to see a Super Bowl in the snow.
yeah, that'd be actually exciting. That'd be more exciting, right?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Because they had a couple of playoff games this year that had snow.
Yeah, there's so much drama, and I mean those games. Like I find them to be exciting because you never know what's going to happen. There could be a turnover on any play.
Yep.
So it would have been a lot better than the game that we got, which was not very good.
Yeah, I didn't see it. But one thing I did, I think you were discussing in our group chat. I tried a new viral dipping pizza in curry, chicken tikka
masala. Is this a real thing?
It's a real thing.
Oh my God.
So I was like,
all the viral food trends.
Yeah, there's so many. It wasn't that bad. Like people discuss it, but it's like you eat bread when you get Indian food. It's called naan. Pizza, in a sense, is bread. It wasn't that bad. I could have had better quality Indian, better quality pizza. That was interesting.
But I mean, pizza, it's a perfect food. Why do people need to mess with it?
If something's perfect, why not take advantage of it and make it even more perfect?
No, it can't make something perfect even more perfect. That's the definition. It's a definitional impossibility. But I do have to say, Sid, I can proudly say for the first time ever that the New York Jets drafted a quarterback who stopped the New England Patriots from winning a Super Bowl. So that's the closest I've ever gotten to a victory. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm gloating a little bit. I'm enjoying it.
But look at the Vikings. Like, what the fuck? Like, they let a 14-3 starter leave.
Yeah.
And then he goes to Seattle and wins it. I
I
don't
mean,
know. Well,
Darnold honestly had a very mediocre game. I mean, he didn't win them that game at all. But he didn't
no,
turn the
no,
ball. He
he
didn't turn
didn't
the
turn
ball
up.
over. He did what he needed to do.
Yeah, he did enough to win, from
And
what I can
plus,
see in the stats sheet.
JSN had to go
A
into the
great corner.
concussion. He had to go into the concussion protocol.
Oh,
And
really?
yes, for like most of the third quarter, I think he was
Oh,
not on the
wow.
field. Plus, yeah, you're right. He was covered by that great corner who I don't remember his name.
The Steelers almost drafted that guy. I
So
was
I mean,
pissed.
both teams had great defenses, which contributed to
Yes,
them. And see, here's the thing, though. Just because, like, some people say, "Oh, it's defense is not exciting." No, defense can be very
it
exciting to
is.
watch. It just this game, for whatever reason, it just didn't result in an exciting football game on the field, for the most part.
Well, it's past. Now we're moving on to the draft, which takes place in Pittsburgh. I really want to go. I've never been to a draft. It's been a goal of mine. So we'll see if I make it to Pittsburgh for the draft this year.
Excuse my coughing. I have my cough drops, so I should be okay.
All
Um,
right. So again, I apologize for doing that, but I just had to talk about that. Let's talk
no,
about.
we had to talk about it.
Yeah, we had to acknowledge which has happened. Again, congrats to our friends that are Seahawks fans, and sorry, Evan and Joe. Maybe next year. You never know. So let's talk about our snack segment, right? Should we start right off with that?
Yeah, so I brought my snacks from the outside this week. I did not purchase them. I snuck them in. We had been
You've done
talking.
that quite a few times.
Yeah, I've done it about half. I do it about 50% of the time, or maybe even a little bit more.
Shit. I would
Um,
think you get nervous, right? I'm surprised. Like I would think, knowing
I
your
said
personality.
I wear a big winter coat when I go in, so
Uh,
yeah, there's no way that they're going to see anything. Um, so last week we were talking about Sprite, so it really got me in the mood for Sprite. And you had
okay.
also mentioned Seven Up. And I was thinking about actually getting both of them and doing a taste
Test.
test, but I just stopped at my grocery store. They didn't have Seven Up, so next time I'll go to like
Wait, you're sneaking a drink too?
I did both, yeah,
Holy
a
shit.
drink and a candy. And I got regular Sprite. Usually I would go for Sprite Zero, but I was like, you know what? I'm going for the sugary kind. So I got Sprite and I got Skittles. And Skittles
Mm.
is a classic candy, but I haven't had it in a long time. And so I get into the movie, and we're reviewing the documentary Melania this week, by the way. And I showed up about 10 minutes like into the trailers, and the theater's mostly empty, so I take my coat off, I put it in the seat next to me, and I get all situated, and then I realized I don't have my Skittles,
Oh no.
and I'm looking in my coat, I'm looking all around the seat, and like I don't want to miss the trailers because they're actually showing some trailers which we'll talk about that we haven't discussed before. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do without the Skittles.
Yeah.
Um, and I was looking forward to when I went to the movies, it was 6 degrees out in New Jersey. So
Brutal.
I was really looking forward to getting back to my car and eating some rock hard Skittles. Um, so uh, I kind of forget about the Skittles, movie starts and everything. Towards the end of the movie, like maybe the last 20 minutes or so, for whatever reason, I just decide to reach next to me, by the left arm.
Were
And
you rock hard?
no, I don't know what to say to that. And the Skittles were there, so I did have them. I got to enjoy them, and it was nice having a snack at the end of a movie because usually they're long
They're
gone.
gone.
Yeah, so that was nice.
I feel like Skittles and Seven Up or Sprite would actually mesh pretty well.
Yeah, it was good.
So I love the sour Skittles. That's my snack. I just had two delivered from Amazon yesterday. I wish the theater would have it. I mean, nothing beats a sour
You
Skittle, in my
ordered
opinion.
Skittles from Amazon?
Yeah, I order everything from Amazon.
I just, I don't
You know,
know.
I needed some other shit, so I just added the Skittles. I got 2 bags. I'm good to go.
You bring them to the movies?
No, no, no. I just have them at home when I'm just chilling.
Okay.
And then when I'm gaming with my dentist friends, they cringe because they're like, "Oh, what kind of candy are you eating now?" And I was like, "I'm keeping you guys in business, even though I don't go to the dentist as
Oh,
often as I
right.
should."
Excuse me. I
Shout out
apologize.
sorts.
So what did you have this week? Anything notable?
I don't think so. I can't remember. Just the basics, probably. Oh, actually, no. Now I remember. I had I always get recently getting M and M's a lot, so I just got the traditional M and M's.
Can't go wrong with M&Ms.
Very underrated. I forget how good traditional M and M's are.
So yeah, Sprite was good. And I do want to try 7 Up because I did comment last episode that I don't know if I would be able to tell the difference between the two in a blind
Hmm.
taste test. I want to see if that's true because they are. My memory is they are very similar, but we'll see.
All
That'll be
right.
somewhere down the line.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing, Mike. And that concludes our snack segment of the week.
I thought it was a section.
Section, segment, whatever you guys want.
All right. So we'll do the movie trailers section,
Yeah,
or segment, I guess.
segment.
Segment.
Stop messing with me now.
Okay.
Now that
Um,
I'm getting it right, you're getting it wrong.
so when I walk in, there was a trailer playing for a movie that I had already seen the trailer for at home, and I had forgotten about it. It's a movie I really want to see. It comes out July 3rd, just in time for America's 250th birthday. Young Washington. Did you get this trailer?
No.
It's
Wait,
a
actually,
it,
I did. I did. I was like, what the hell is this?
it's a Revolutionary War movie about George Washington, and I guess his life. I think it's called Young Washington, so I'm guessing it involves like the French and Indian War as well. I'm not sure exactly. The
It's
cast
not a
is
comedy, right?
No, it's not a comedy. It's a biopic.
Because at one point they're like, "How did you survive all those shots?" And I was like half paying attention, and then I thought he was like, "I got a bulletproof vest or something." I was like, "What?" But no, maybe I'm just mistaken.
No, that definitely was not in the
But
trailer.
didn't they say like how he survived at some point in the trailer? They're like really astonished. But I guess we'll have to watch the movie and see.
But I'm looking forward to it. It has a pretty good cast. It has like Andy Serkis in it, like Ben Kingsley's in it.
Nice, that is a good cast.
And then they showed a trailer for a Benjamin Franklin biopic. And I don't actually even recall what the trailer was. I just noted it. And it just stood out to me. Oh, this is where a Melania documentary, and we've talked about in the past how they show, trailers, they cater the trailers to the audience.
Correct.
So it's like this time they're thinking, oh, Republicans, they want to see American historical biopics, I guess. I found that interesting.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed because again, like you said, all the trailers were like kind of in that same vein.
And then the other one I just want to quickly talk about.
That was a good one. I think it's going to be the Ross Perot documentary.
Is I didn't get a Ross Perot documentary.
I'm messing with you.
Was there a joke that went over my head?
No, I mean, like, why would you need a Ross Perot documentary, right?
I mean, it might be interesting.
Right.
I actually don't know a lot about him. I always remember his character on do you remember the
SNL?
sketch? No, on All That, the sketch comedy show on Nickelodeon. Ross Perot was on that all the time. But yeah, the last one I wanted to talk about was the Sheep Detectives. Did you see this trailer?
Describe it. So for me, I know we have a whole segment on not snacks, trailers, but I'm just like hardly paying attention.
I don't mind carrying the sec. I don't mind carrying the section.
I'm like on my phone, checking out Twitter and all that good stuff, texting people.
Well, I actually have my
doing
phone out, and I know you shouldn't have your phone out during the movie theaters, but I think I put it away once the movie starts. I have
But you
it
take
out.
notes, right?
I take notes during the trailers, and I take a note of everything. I have a running list of every trailer I've seen.
I should start doing that.
Yeah.
But I told you, not to interrupt, I told you like AMC, the app used to do that. Like after the movie was done, they would show you all the trailers that you watched.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in the
And
app.
I think they got rid of it. I thought that was kind of stupid. They should bring it back. AMC, come on.
It.
Yep, you truly do. So what was the last trailer?
Sheep Detectives. Hugh Jackman is in it. He's a shepherd.
Oh, I did see that trailer. It looked kind of interesting.
So it comes out May 8th. I don't know if there's going to be any competition that week. He has all these sheep. It's in the UK, I think. I think it might be in Scotland because they're playing
I think you're right.
That Reclaimers song, I Would Walk 500 Miles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a Scottish band. So I think it might be in Scotland. And he reads his sheep murder mystery novels.
Yep.
And then he gets murdered. They reveal that in the trailer.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting premise.
And the sheep like talk, and they have all these like Julie Louis-Dreyfus is one of the voices. I think Bryan Cranston is one of the voices, and
but they're not cartoon sheep. They're
CGI sheep.
Yeah.
And and everyone else is like real people. Yep. And the sheep are trying to solve his murder, and it looks charming. It looks funny.
Yeah, no, I
want to see it. Yeah,
cool.
So maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, maybe we will. With like we say every week, because of A-list, you're going to see movies that you don't necessarily see, just like the movie we're going to discuss today.
And what movie is that, Sid? Well, I already mentioned it, but
Melania.
You
document.
You don't seem too excited about it.
Well, Mike, I hate to tell you this. I did not see the movie.
You lied to me?
I lied to you.
Wait, what?
I lied to you. because you're the one always trolling, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna troll Mike this week. And if
So, are you going to review something else, or what are we going to do?
no, I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh my God! So it's so funny because I'm sick, and I told you like I'm okay to do the show, but like maybe you can
Look at
carry me a little bit,
no,
right?
you'll be the one
No,
carrying. Look
I
at
have
your
to
phone.
fucking carry the episode
You gotta
now.
carry it. Look at your phone.
All right.
Wait, look at your
So
phone really quick. Your cell phone.
yeah.
Look at the
Oh,
text I just sent you.
you sent me a text.
I did. I do a lot of stuff. I'm a king of multitasking.
Ticket refund. You got a refund. Wow. So why didn't you go? Wait, why would you get a refund for a list? Why would
Because
you
then
get a?
it counts towards your four.
But you don't ever see 4 movies in a week.
But you never know. I gotta reserve them for good movies.
Oh my
You know,
God!
Mike,
So you didn't see. So here's the deal. I'll review the whole movie. It's not a big
are you
deal.
pissed?
A little bit because I thought it would be interesting to talk about. It's I so. Oh my, all
He's
right.
gonna pee.
So
I think if you were sick, you'd be even more pissed. If you weren't sick,
I'm not
I think.
editing any of this out. This is all staying in the review.
Yeah, because you're such a troll, Mike. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna troll you this time.
So yeah, I mentioned it last week. I was half joking, half serious. Let's review Melania, just because maybe it'll increase our audience. Maybe it'll generate some buzz, a little controversy, and I promised to give this a fair, unbiased review, which I'm going to do. I don't really want to get like too much into politics, but it's kind of sort of hard to avoid um, politics when you're talking about a movie about the First Lady of the United States. So it's going to touch upon politics. I will just say personally, I am someone who would be predisposed to liking a movie like this. Now, so
And you didn't know if I was going to see it. So what I did was I made an AI photo that we would traditionally use for our episode, which we did
so
use
you
for
never
today.
even intended to see it. You just lied to me.
I just lied and then you know what pissed me off even more? Someone comments about this movie in our last post,
Yeah.
and then you support that person. You're making fun of this movie. You've never even seen this movie,
Yeah, that's
and this
true.
is not a political movie. People, you claim it is, but like, how could you shit on this movie when you haven't even seen it? So if we're gonna review Melania, I expect you to see this movie and give it a fair review as well.
We've never had that. This Sid, come on, you cannot compare. We never put one battle after another on the schedule. I mean,
No, I know,
you
but
owe me for this, Sid. I mean, there's going to be payback is coming for this. All right,
you know what the payback
payback.
is?
You know what? I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get you back.
Well, guess what, Mike? I did see the movie. I'm just pulling a fast one on you. I used AI to make that cancellation,
Oh my God. Okay.
and because I did see it, you're gonna see this movie too and give it a fair review.
I,
If you don't die in this
I
episode,
mean, got me all worked up.
I did. Yep. I told one of our friends, I'm like, I'm gonna pull a fast one. I'm Mike. He didn't want to know what it was till the episode comes. But yeah, I'm always using AI. People hate it, but I used AI to trick you this time. So let's talk about it, Mike. But before we, so this movie started off actually really good because it had one of my favorite songs in movies, "Give Me Shelter."
Yes.
And
And can just
yeah,
briefly interrupt? I just have to mention this. The movie opens up. You would have thought it was directed by Quentin Tarantino because it's got the Rock movie
yeah,
soundtrack, and one of the first shot is zoomed into Melania's feet in high heels, right? Straight out of Tarantino's playbook.
he does love
He
feet.
loves his feet. And sorry about that. Continue.
No, so for me, it started off great. I mean, "Give Me Shelter" is used a lot. It's used very frequently in movies.
Yes,
It's used in one of my favorite movies of all time, Layer Cake.
it's also in The Departed.
Yep. So that Layer Cake is like such a banger soundtrack. So I'm like, okay, they put you in the right mood. So anyway, let's kick it off, Mike. What were your initial thoughts on this?
So my initial thought was production quality is off the charts. I've never seen a documentary that looks like this. It looks really good. Very high quality production.
So Brett Ratner was the guy behind this.
Brett Ratner, who got canceled, I think, in 2017. Nobody hires him anymore because I think he did some really bad stuff, and this is the only job he could get.
And because of that, now Trump wants to do Rush Hour 4, which I was always a fan of the Rush Hour series. So if this movie gives us Rush Hour 4, I'm all for it.
So yeah, the production quality is really high. Very quickly though, the movie I don't even know if you could actually call this movie a documentary.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you. I don't think it is a
It's
documentary,
more like
right?
a reality TV show, like a
Yeah,
fake reality TV show,
yeah, correct.
like something on Bravo or something on MTV from back in the day.
That takes place during a span of like 2 weeks or something like that, right?
Yeah, it takes place in like the 20 days or 28 days leading up to the inauguration.
It was more about a movie about the inauguration
But
through the lens of Melania.
yeah, and all the stuff that all the planning that she's involved in for all the galas and dinners and stuff. So everything, they're all clearly the whole movie until you get to the inauguration. Then you could argue it sort of becomes like a documentary, but before that,
It was more of a Trump documentary at that point.
yes. But before that, there's all these events that Melania is going to or things that she's doing that are clearly like planned out for the movie, right? These are not
Yes.
organic things that a documentary crew is just filming happening. This is stuff that they planned out. Like she plans
Oh
a
yeah.
trip to St. Patrick's Cathedral to light a candle for her late mother.
Yes.
It was obviously planned out in advance just for the
Oh yeah.
movie.
And
There's a
the priest kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like he was like really. I mean, I'm sure you'd be excited, but he was smiling a little too much. Like when this person just lost her mother and was trying to
well,
light a
I thought the
candle.
scene was awkward.
It was
Um,
awkward.
because it was awkward. And she repeated like three times that her mother used to attend
Yes.
St. Patrick's
Yeah.
often. She said it three times.
She
Like,
did. Oh yeah.
did she really go to St. Patrick's? I think she was lying. That was my
Yeah.
read.
No. That was definitely one.
Melania seemed like she was out of place, like she had not stepped foot in a Catholic church in 30 years. That was my read of the whole situation.
Yeah. No. That was one of the more awkward scenes of the movie.
Well, there were several awkward scenes in the movie. The other awkward scenes for me were when she's having conversations with other women world leaders, like Brigitte Macron, the wife
Yeah.
of the French prime minister, and they're talking about like
The different initiatives. Yeah.
cyberbullying and stuff. And she like takes out a piece of paper and starts taking notes. It was absurd. It was ridiculous. It's like how did that get in the movie? It was so bizarre. And I think I'm real sorry, Sid.
That's right.
Um,
We'll power through this. We got
I
18 minutes left before Zoom kicks us out.
I think the reason that this movie exists is because I think Melania is unhappy with how she's been portrayed in the press during like the first term when Trump was president. There was a lot of reporting on how um, you know she didn't really want to be first lady. She didn't take her duties seriously and whatnot. Now during that time, her son Barron Trump was like 10 years old, so she was busy raising him.
Yeah.
Um, and she did have some initiatives which are like touched upon in this movie, like the Be Best initiative or something, I think is what it's called. So I think she wanted to highlight that stuff because, like, if you go back to like Nancy Reagan and certainly like Eleanor Roosevelt, but starting with Nancy Reagan, really, pretty much every first lady since then has been very involved in their husband's administrations, like with certain initiatives. Like Nancy Reagan was very involved in drug education, drug awareness, and then Hillary Clinton was obviously very involved in like healthcare, and Michelle Obama was involved in nutrition, stuff like that. So I
Yep. They
think,
all had their lanes.
yeah, so I think Melania like wants to join in on that and establish that she does that kind of thing too. Um, but the thing is, it just seems like all very phony.
And kind of forced.
It seemed very forced. I mean, I think, is a very stilted person. Just very rigid. I think she comes across as. Would you agree with that?
It's funny. Like, I don't really pay attention too much to her, but like, I kind of like, again, I get the phoniness and stuff like that, but it kind of put her in a better light for me.
Oh, did it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Very interesting. Okay.
It just because you don't really see her, right? So like I get the sense that they wanted to put her more in the spotlight. And again, a lot of stuff could be like manufactured and fake to kind of present this thing. But
Mm.
I just because again, Trump is so forward facing, right? You're always gonna get to see his point of view and his comments and all that stuff. I think it was nice to see her kind of humanity in a sense, especially that scene when she's talking to that person who was captured during like Hamas and all that.
Yes, yes,
Um,
that was one of the highlights of the movie.
oh yeah, and then after the movie concluded, they said like they were able to rescue this woman's husband who was still locked up. And you could tell Melania really cared about this woman, and she did say she's going to talk to Trump. I'm going to make sure we can get your husband out. Um,
Yes.
I enjoyed seeing that.
So I agree with you there. Um, so there are those moments in the movie where you do get to see, I think, the real her. I just think those moments are too few and far between. Another moment that was like that, I think, was when they're talking to Secret Service about the inauguration, and she talks about how they're talking about
Scared.
whether they're going to get out of the limo,
Yeah.
and she's talking about how she's scared about that, and Barron Trump won't even get out of the car because they're
Yep.
so frightened. So, I mean, that was another one of those moments. But there just weren't, and actually, another little scene where I thought you see a little bit about like the real her was she's being driven somewhere, and she's just the driver asked her like, what kind of music does she like, and she talks about like Michael
Michael
Jackson, and
Jackson. Or was that the driver or Brett Ratner? Who was the guy talking behind the camera? Was that Ratner? They never show his
I don't think it was
face.
Ratner.
No?
I don't know who that would have been. I don't.
They they could have been because like at the end of the movie they go to the White House like after all the events of that day. It's like 2 a.m. and then they're in the president's like chambers, right? And then the guy goes to Melania like I never or Melania goes to him like, did you think we'd ever be in here? So I think like you have to be a high level person to go to like where it's pretty close to Trump's bedroom, right? I think it was.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so maybe I'm wrong, but I thought the whole time the guy talking was Ratner. But again, maybe I'm
I'm
wrong.
not sure. That'll be interesting. Something to look into. I'm not really sure. But yeah, like she's talking about Thriller, and she's actually describing the album cover. So it's like,
Yes.
oh, I think she actually is telling the truth here. So that was kind of like a little moment where just her personality came through a little bit.
And I liked her relationship with her father, right? Like they showed a little bit of background on him, how
That
he's
was another, yeah. And he throughout the movie he is recording stuff on like an old-fashioned
yeah.
camera. And they seem to actually be using that footage for some of the scenes in the movie.
What I also liked, because again, I don't know personally know Trump, but it does seem like he cares about her. I mean, you would hope he cares, but he listens to her.
Yeah,
In those scenes, like she even suggested one of the lines that he used after he was inaugurated, right? Like
yeah. I think I wrote it down in my notes. But yeah, there's a line. Um,
we're gonna
oh yeah,
prosper
no. I got it. He has a line in his inaugural address where he says something about being a peacemaker, and she
yeah,
says "and unifier," and he
and
has that
unify.
up, peacemaker and unifier, and then they show him actually saying that.
And then he points at her,
Yes.
right?
So that was actually that you're right. There are a few moments like that in the movie. Um, but for the most part, I find that um, she comes off as incredibly scripted. I think she has, and I think it's all deliberate. I think she has a vision of herself that she wants to present to the world, and that's what she shows. And I think
Yeah.
in a way, you could argue that that actually is like that is the real Melania. And you mentioned you get to see kind of how they work together as a couple. I think that might be what actually brings them together and why they work is because they're both like that. They're both very deliberate
Yep.
in their aura that they want to show the world.
Even Trump's, like, I mean, it's his inauguration. He's like, basically says Melania doesn't want to get out of the car. We won't do it, right? We won't get out, right?
Yes,
Like, so
yes.
he was supportive of her.
So yeah, I guess you're making a good point that there are a decent amount of those kind of humanizing moments. But I still do stand by. I think they were too few and far between. Um, I thought the movie it just came across as too scripted.
Yeah, but it's
Um,
like it's also Brett Ratner. This guy isn't like a Quentin Tarantino level director, right?
no, well, but he has I mean, he did the Rush Hour movies, right?
Yeah, but they're not like award winning films. They're good
No,
movies. I
but
like them.
I think he did X-Men: The Last Stand, um, which is a lot of people say it's the worst of that trilogy. But in any event, he's a competent film director.
Yeah, but he's not gonna get the he's just gonna follow her lead. He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna be like, we should do this, we should do that. Um, if you because obviously it's not the first biography that was out there, right? I feel like if you had a different director, you would have thought maybe a little more non-scriptedness. But who knows? Maybe she just controlled it.
And she does get overshown toward at the end of the movie when Trump starts to appear more in the movie, and you immediately see the contrast between the two of them, where she's so scripted. I mean, it seems like her lines are pre-written in the movie. Like there's one I jotted down. Um, it is the people who ultimately decide the destiny of our nation. Like she says that in the movie. Like she didn't just like say that off the cuff. That was written, probably not
Yeah,
even by her. But so Trump, um, he starts as they get closer to the inauguration. He starts to be featured in the documentary um, more, and he got a lot of laughs in my audience. He's I mean, I personally find Trump to be very funny. Obviously, it depends on your perspective on Trump. Some people do not find him funny.
he
I
has
think
that capability.
he has the capability of being very funny. There was one line in
I mean, he's a
particular.
he's a showman, right? He's done a lot of stuff before politics that people thought were entertaining in some sense.
Yes, he can be very entertaining. And this one part that I remember that I laughed at when he's complaining that the national championship, I think he's talking about
Oh yeah,
the college football national championship
yeah.
is on the same day. And he asked like if it could be, he's asking Secret Service if
It
it
could
can
be
be
moved.
moved. He's asking, did they do it on purpose? And they're just kind
Yeah.
of blowing him off. It's like
And then he's like, they did it on purpose.
they did it
You know,
on
he because
purpose.
he always gets the last word.
That was funny.
And again, I don't talk about politics. I say out politics. That's not my thing. The intention of this review was not to get political, which I don't think we have.
Not really,
Um,
no. I mean, the movie is honestly, as far as a movie about the Trumps can be, it is as non-political, I think, as you could make that movie. It's not a very political movie, I would say.
no, again, I was kind of misleaded. I wanted to know more about her life. I mean, she talks about a little about her parents and stuff like that. Talks about Barron a little, but it wasn't like it wasn't a proper biopic
Well, that's
about the
my
life.
criticism of the
Yeah,
movie. If the goal of the movie, which I think it was to rehabilitate her image that the American public has of her, they should have focused more on her early life because I think she does have
she's an
um,
interesting life from
an
what I know.
interesting life, being an immigrant from Eastern Europe, from Yugoslavia, moving to Paris, being a
Nope,
model. Right. I mean, I think she has stuff that um, um,
it's entertaining or interesting.
is interesting. And I do
Yeah,
think she should have leaned in more on being a mother of a child during the
yep.
first term, because I think that would make her a more humanizing, endearing character,
She does a
not a
little bit, like
character.
she says, like talks about Barron's room and stuff like that, and
Yeah, she does. But it could have been more of a focus. Um, and then as we get more into involved in the inauguration, I mean, there are some pretty interesting things that we get to see. Uh,
oh, Elon, obviously Elon was there. I
there's
got
some
a chuckle.
cameos. Woody
Yeah, there's some
Johnson.
cameos.
Did you see Woody
Yes, yes,
Johnson?
I did. And then I saw the guy, the president of FIFA. He was there at the inauguration as well. I'm pretty sure he was. I
Uncle
mean,
Dana was there.
Uncle Dana. I was happy about that. But because Trump got the FIFA Award of Peace or whatever, it's kind of a joke. People make fun of it. But now that I see this guy at the inauguration, it seems like these guys have been Trump and him have been like working some angle for quite a while.
And I do just have to say, I found the scene before Biden and Harris walked out, and the camera just kind of they don't. There's no commentary whatsoever. It just focuses on the two of them for maybe 20 seconds or something like that, and I found it very interesting.
I mean, you could tell. I mean, Biden seemed pretty like not political. He seemed kind of like he wasn't an asshole during this process, from
Oh,
what I
not
could
at
tell.
all. No,
He was very supportive, but you could tell Kamala was kind of like these not.
she looked angry.
Yeah, she did look
But
angry.
there's one particular scene where they're standing next to each other, and it's before they walk out. It might have been Jimmy Carter's funeral, or it might have been the inauguration. I'm not sure.
It might
But
be the funeral.
Biden looks like he's totally checked out. He's like looking around. I mean, he looks like a zombie. I just gotta say it.
I don't know.
I
I
think
just
they put that in there on purpose, just to take a little bit of. I mean, it was undeniable. Just a little bit of a jab at Biden. I think he did not look good in that one particular scene. Um, so
well, I mean, he's going through cancer and stuff too. Let's not forget, right?
that's true. That's absolutely true. Um, and another thing, just I feel like we have to mention it. I mean, this movie had a really high budget. Um, $40 million is the number I heard. I've heard a 75 million number thrown around. I don't know which is accurate. In any event, it's crazy amount of money for a documentary. So, I mean, there's people have been writing about like, how does that look? Is it a bribe? Some people have been suggesting it's a bribe. Amazon is the one who
Yes.
funded. Jeff Bezos was in the movie too.
No,
He
he
was
was.
he was
Yep.
sitting at the center of the table at the at
Table.
the at the candlelight dinner. So yeah, he got his little shot in there. So
Yep.
I mean,
But you know what? Not to interrupt you, it seemed like the whole movie is Melania walking, right? Going from
oh,
Air
she's walking a
Force,
lot, and she
walking,
actually
walking.
has
Like,
a
how much do we have to see them walking? Like, I was getting fed up. Like, it's like, oh, another flight on Air Force One, another trip to this, another. It's like, oh, just
she has
sit
a
down.
funny line about being in heels all day. She
Yeah.
made a little oh, there's a little funny joke that she made there.
But you know, one thing, like, I kind of like to see her because you don't really see her that often, I feel like, right? She's never, like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
this is
the most you've seen her in a long time.
the most I've ever seen of her, period.
And you know
So,
what? I mean, she kind of hides a lot of times with big glasses and stuff.
yeah,
So I like that you could see more of her. Because she's a beautiful woman. Let's be
yeah, oh
honest.
yes.
So I was kind of glad they showed more. I don't mean like cleavage skin, but you got to see more of her face and stuff like that. But the one outfit I hated was the one at the inauguration with the hat. I don't know, but the makeup, she didn't look that good.
Mm.
I was kind of turned off. I thought she looked a lot better throughout the rest of the film, but not that particular moment because they emphasized a lot on that outfit. Honestly,
Yeah,
Melania, that was a bad outfit choice. I thought you could do better.
I disagree with you there. I liked the outfit, but what does it matter? What
And
I
I
think
like
about it.
hats. I like hats. I just didn't like that hat.
But I did find that opening scene interesting, where she's working with the tailors on tailoring her outfit, and they
Yep.
comment how like, oh, it's really nice to
It's
work with her because she says something,
yeah,
and like it actually means something. Like she wants a
because she's a
customization
model.
because she's a model, so she knows how to talk to their language, and so that was all very real. I mean, I thought that was
Yeah.
clearly a reflection of her of who she is. Um, so why
Let's
don't
wrap
we?
it up. We got 4 minutes before we get kicked off.
All right.
We don't have the paid Zoom subscription people watching, so we gotta be quick.
All right, why don't you go first? The verdict.
All right, my verdict. So I would give this. I think you hate to see it, honestly, because I was expecting something different. Like you said, I wanted more of a biopic, and again, it was just focused on a specific time of the inauguration. Maybe if I did some research ahead of time, I'd have known. So I was disappointed in that aspect of it. It kind of felt a little too long for me. I mean, I didn't dread watching it. There was a couple that actually they go in a movie and they leave within 10 minutes. It's like, why would you pay tickets? I mean, like, this is going to be a Trump movie. So if you're not a Trump
Yeah, that
supporter,
is strange.
that is strange. I don't know if they're trying to make a point. They said some nasty words when they walked out. Again, I didn't hate it, even though I said you hate it. You truly hate. Wait,
You
what's
said
the
you
word?
said hate to see it,
You
right?
hate to see it. So not truly.
Right.
Because again, I'm just judging it based on the premise of the movie.
Yeah. I agree with you on the rating. I'm going to give it a hate to see it as well. It's not a terrible movie. I would not call it a documentary. It's more like a reality TV show about
Yep.
Melania leading up into the inauguration. I think for Melania, it was a missed opportunity. You could have gone more into her background. Could have made her more of a sympathetic figure. There are moments where she's sympathetic, but I do think that they're too few and far between. Um, and this movie, I think the greatest failing of this movie is it is not going to change anyone's mind about Melania
No,
Trump. If you like her, you're still going to like her. You're probably going
you
to like her
don't.
more. But if you don't like her, you're not going to see the movie. But even if you did, you're going to find things to not like about her because there are
Yeah.
things that, like I mentioned, that I could see people not liking about her in this movie. So I think that is a failing of the movie.
How many
Um,
stars would you give it in the letterbox? I give it two, I think.
I think two is fair.
So we agree with that. One thing they should have cut out, like when he won the election, she calls Trump, so they're not even together, which is kind of bizarre. You would think they'd be together, so it's a huge moment. And she's like, Trump's like, honey, did you watch? She's like, no, I missed it. It's like, what the fuck? Like that doesn't help her.
Yeah,
Um,
that was strange.
yeah. It,
Um,
it seems like they live kind of distant lives, to be honest, which makes sense because he's really busy.
I will say that the audience that I was with watching the movie with, they enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
So there's an audience for the movie. Certain people are going to like it. You probably know who you are, right?
Yep. So at the end of the day, we want to review all kinds of movies. We want to attract as many people to this podcast as possible. Next week, I think we're seeing Wuthering Heights. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Big Valentine film. Not a film that traditionally you and I would see, but because we have A-list, we're going to see those things and we're going to give everything a fair shot.
Yep. So we hope you enjoyed our unbiased review of Melania, and hope you tune in next week.
And Mike, now you're going to watch this. Sorry to interrupt, but you're going to watch this film now. I watched your movie. You're going to watch one battle after another.
Yeah, I'll get to it. I will. I promise.
You will. All right.
All right.
Maybe we can discuss it.
Tune in next week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.